Hello, everyone. One of the most persistent struggles for both working professionals and students is that we almost always forget everything we learn, absorb, or take in. We read books and forget them completely. We attend meetings with our bosses and forget nearly everything, except maybe the stuff that directly affects our survival, which we actually remember. Everything else? Wiped clean. We watch movies, and a few months later, we barely recall the plot. We watch insightful YouTube lectures packed with knowledge, only to forget it all. It gets to the point where many of us feel discouraged about learning altogether. What's the point of studying if we forget nearly everything? Well, in this video, I'm going to guide you on how to completely overcome this problem. I'll show you how to remember intensely and persistently what you learn, memorizing it deeply, both literally and figuratively, and never forgetting it. Once again, this is a lesson from Web of Truth, drawn from my own experiences and shared with you. Every piece of advice I give is something I've personally been through, no exceptions. You might think that right now, while I'm teaching this, I've got slides or a script in front of me, but that's not true. All I have is a microphone, and I'm just sitting here, teaching off the cuff. This isn't laziness, it proves something. I remember, and I remember it well. If someone suddenly asked me to give a 60-minute presentation on any topic with just an hour to prepare, I'd prove I could deliver it as if I'd had a month to get ready. I'm serious about this commitment. So, how do we do it? I'm breaking it down into 3 steps to help you remember, and remember for good, so you can apply it to your life. This works whether you're reading newspapers, books, watching movies, viewing YouTube lectures, listening to audiobooks, flipping through magazines, or learning from a friend or sibling. You can remember it all vividly if you follow these methods. Let's jump into part 1 right now. Part 1 starts with a simple idea: begin learning and choosing what to remember based on what you enjoy. It might sound funny, but it's true. We tend to remember things we're interested in for a long time. Isn't it true that we can only learn when we're interested? No matter how much you force your brain, it'll still forget if you're not engaged. Accept this fact: we always remember what we're passionate about, while we easily forget things that feel shallow. So, when it comes to learning and picking something to remember, start with what you like. It could be any field, even things some consider negative, like gaming or soccer. As long as you think it's healthy and not harmful, go for it. I'm serious about this. Life is diverse. Beyond economics, philosophy, or classic literature, there are many other fascinating and valuable things. Everyone is born with their own interests, joys, and paths of study. No one has the right to force you otherwise. If you love travel, dive into it, study travel, listen to travel audiobooks, read travel books and articles, watch travel documentaries, follow travel vlogs, or even meet travel guides and go on trips. That's your right. If you enjoy gaming, that's fine, read about games. That interest will be the core that helps you remember. Step 1, repeated: start absorbing information based on what you love. Some might say, wait, if I only read about games all day, won't my brain turn to mush? To anyone who says that, it shows they've never truly learned it or experienced the joy of knowledge. Understand this: knowledge and wisdom never stand still, they evolve. If you read about games, you might start with how to play, but if you stick to wholesome, meaningful content, you won't go astray. Initially, you'll read game guides, but as your interest deepens, you might think, this character's design looks off, I wish I could make it taller or slimmer, or, this face looks too harsh, I'd prefer something friendlier. Follow that curiosity, and before you know it, you'll be exploring game character design or programming. With some luck or opportunity, you could turn it into a respected career, like game development. How do you know where knowledge will take you if you don't start exploring? Stop doubting. Let me give you an example. I once read a sports article that deeply impacted me, and I applied it to my business with great success. When we read what we love, it feels effortless. So, remember, step 1 is to engage with information you're excited about. Now, let's move to part 2. Part 2 is probably the easiest step. Once you've identified the type of information you enjoy, say, soccer, you'll watch soccer matches, read soccer news, and follow players like Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Zinedine Zidane, or Thierry Henry, depending on your favorites. You'll read articles about them because you love it. Even if you think reading puts you to sleep, I guarantee that when it's something you enjoy, you'll stay wide awake. That's why tabloid articles never bore people. I'm not endorsing them, I actually dislike and even resent their negativity, but it's an example. Tabloids are smart, they use familiar names and stories everyone knows, like a celebrity scandal, making it impossible to doze off. The same goes for your passion. If you love soccer, reading soccer news or deep analyses will keep you hooked. So, step 2 is simple advice: start reading or watching content about what you love. For me, I'm into business. I've watched nearly every major business teacher worldwide, at least the famous ones on media, and I've studied them. I read tons of business books, which my friends mock as nerdy or professor-like, but I don't care, I enjoy it. I can read long books because I love them. The same applies to movies you like or audiobooks, just enjoy them naturally. No special techniques for reading or listening, just dive in and savor it. Got it? So, after 2 steps, it's clear. Step 1 is choosing what you love to learn, and step 2 is starting to learn it. If reading books feels lazy, read articles instead. If articles are too much, watch movies or documentaries on your topic. Or check out YouTube lectures you enjoy. Just consume and enjoy. Even in casual chats with friends, you can learn, talk sincerely with them. There are so many ways to learn, and steps 1 and 2 are super easy. Now, let's get to step 3, the key to locking that knowledge into your brain. I promise that after 3 or 5 years, you won't forget it. Here's step 3, after deciding on a topic you love and exploring it through reading or watching, this is how you'll remember what you've taken in. In psychology, this is called recall, the act of remembering. Among all memory techniques, recall is the simplest and most effective way to naturally retain knowledge. How does it work? You experience something, take time to think about it, and that's it. I'll guide you through it, but let me explain a bit more about recall's magic. Think about it, pain is hard to forget, right? Why? Because people dwell on it daily, replaying it in their minds. Breakups or losses that haunt someone forever happen because they keep recalling, year after year, even 15 years, until it goes with them to the grave. But joy? We don't remember it as long because we don't take time to reflect on it. That's a psychological trick. To remember, you must recall deliberately. When applied to learning, here's how it works. Imagine reading an article, watching a movie, reading a book chapter, or watching a Web of Truth video. Afterward, set aside time to ask yourself one question: what part of what I just learned did I find most interesting and enjoyable? That's it, just one question. I suggest the 55-10 rule. If you have an hour to read, split it, 30 minutes for reading, 30 minutes to reflect on that question. What in this chapter excited me the most? Think it over and answer it. Or, if this 15-minute lecture ends, spend another 15 minutes asking, what part of Web of Truth's lesson did I find most interesting? Take the time to think, don't be lazy. As you ask yourself this, your brain kicks into gear, memorizing and retaining it long-term because it's fueled by your passion and interest. Recall can be torture if you force your brain to remember stuff you don't care about. But if it's something you love, it's a gift to your mind. Ask yourself, in that movie, what scene or detail excited me the most? Start reflecting. For a 90-minute film, spend 90 minutes thinking about it. I'm serious. Follow my lead, and you'll remember every detail, feeling knowledge flood your being. You'll sense, for the first time, that you're in control of information, that you've learned and gained some understanding. You need to experience this to grasp what I mean. Try it, I always hope you will. If you're living a life where you sometimes feel the world is unfair, oppressed, small, weak, poor, or even humiliated, remember my words, we can change that. Start today, right now, and gradually, you'll rise. You'll gain more knowledge, earn more money. Many of you lack money because, deep down, you don't know how to make it. That's a limit of your understanding. You can't know more than your current situation allows unless you learn more. But learning is useless if it slips away, right? Learn, remember, and use it. Practice this method now. Don't delay, or your life will stay the same forever. This is my proven experience, shared with you for free, real person, real results. If you don't act on it, what else is there? I dream that a lesson with 10,000 views could change 500 lives. I'd be thrilled. Helping hundreds transform, even if they don't know me and I don't know them, is worth celebrating. Try it, read books, watch movies, seek positive content, and after consuming it, spend equal time reflecting. Ask yourself, what part of what I just explored excited me the most? For example, I read an old article about Zinedine Zidane, the one chosen by history. Some might think, oh, it's just entertainment, but not me, I never live superficially. Step 1, I love sports. Step 2, I read it carefully from start to finish, 1,000 words, slowly, no tricks, just 10 minutes. Step 3, I spent another 10 minutes reflecting, what excited me most? It was this: in soccer, Zidane, a top young coach, faced Cristiano Ronaldo, the world's best player. Stars like Ronaldo often resist new, less experienced coaches, but Zidane had a smart approach. Instead of forcing Ronaldo, he challenged him to a free kick contest. Ronaldo, being competitive, accepted and lost badly. That defeat made Ronaldo realize, this guy's no pushover, I should listen. From then on, he was loyal to Zidane. I recalled that part, which seemed like a sports story, and applied it to my business. I told myself to take every task seriously, even deliveries, because one day, I'd set an example for new employees. This Web of Truth video you're watching now is a lesson I learned from Zidane. I only teach what I've done. If someone challenges me, I'll explain or prove it. That 2016 article is still one of my favorites. I never forget that lesson. Imagine a 1,000-word article is 1 page. A 300-page book means 3 pages give you 1 lesson. Read a few pages, pause, reflect, and ask, what excited me most? Write it down or note it in the book. A 300-page book could yield 100 memorable insights, enjoyable and unforgettable. That's how you elevate yourself through reading, instead of letting knowledge slip in one ear and out the other, leaving you frustrated and hating books. Some people read, fail to apply it, and then blame the book or author. It's nonsense, they're terrible. No, your struggle doesn't mean others are at fault. Here's my 3-step method. 1. Choose to learn about what you love. 2. Start learning, read, watch, enjoy it. 3. After learning, spend time reflecting on one question: what part of this book, movie, or content did I find most interesting? Write down your answer, maybe just a few lines. One exciting point is enough. Trust me, after 3 or 5 years, you won't forget it, it's etched in. If a book's amazing, reread it in 6 months or 2 years using this method. After a second read, you might not forget for 15 years. You'll become a different person. Right now, you might not picture it because you've never truly enjoyed the happiness of understanding. You might not have felt the joy of mastering a book yet. Listen to me and try, it'll change your life. Thank you for watching this video.